For those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, the cycling season is now beginning to draw to a close. The nights are drawing in and the number of events that we can enter and participate in are very much drying up, unlike the weather.
Yeah, it's at around this time of year that the pros draw a line under their season, kick back, relax, take a break to get their minds and bodies ready for the next grueling 11 months of training and racing.
But let's face it, the majority of us are not professional riders. So, how much time do we need to take off the bike at the end of the season, if indeed we need to take any time off at all? Do you know what, Lassie? I think this is the perfect time to find a cafe, get a coffee and cake, and discuss it.
Great idea.
Why do the pros take any time off at all? Well, it's really important for them from both a mental and a physical aspect. Teams have training camps in November and December, and some riders may begin racing in January and race all the way through to the end of October. This can take its toll on the body and the mind, so it's important to sit back and take a break.
So, the first thing to do is to sit down and actually analyse how much your cycling has taken out of you so far this year. So if you've been racing regularly or regularly doing long sportives or simply having a very long focused period of training, it might well be that cycling has taken more out of you than you first think. After all, the majority of us have a full-time job which we put our cycling around, and full-time jobs come with their own stresses.
On the other hand, if you only ride your bike for pleasure and just do a few hours a week either with friends or by yourself, it might be that you don't need to take any time off at all.
No, so if you decide that your levels of fatigue are sufficient to take some time off the bike, anywhere between 1 and 4 weeks should suffice. And if at any point during that time off you are itching to get back in the saddle, that's probably an indication that you've rested enough and you are indeed ready to get back in the saddle. The weather genuinely isn't drying up at all, is it? I think we need to find some shelter.
While the pros might end their season and start their break immediately after their last day of racing, this maybe doesn't make sense for amateur riders. That's because the amateur season can start to dry up rather earlier than the pro season, maybe even in early September, when the conditions are still really kind for you to go out and ride your bike.
Yeah, so if you copy the pros in this regard, then you'll end up taking your break and resuming training or riding your bike maybe in late September or perhaps early October. And that's going to mean you've got a very, very long winter ahead of you. So instead, why not continue to ride or train on your bike for a further few weeks after your last event or race? That way you'll be taking your break in late October, maybe even early November, when the conditions are far less favourable for cycling. And your winter's going to be a lot shorter too, but you'll still have enough time to get yourself fit, hopefully fitter than ever.
So what exactly should you do on your winter break then? Well, taking a break doesn't necessarily mean ending all physical activity. You could try something like mountain biking, and off the bike you could try some other sports, things like swimming, running, cross-country skiing if you have the conditions, rowing, and even Matt's favourite, rollerblading.
Yeah, and your 1 to 4 week break is also a great opportunity to complete some chores that you might have been putting off throughout the cycling season, have a physical checkup and address any niggles or injuries that you might have been experiencing on the bike, and also get your bike ready for winter. Now that might be a case of servicing your winter specific bike, or if you don't have one, getting your normal bike ready for the winter conditions by maybe adding some mud guards on, some lights, and generally making sure it's in a good working order, greased, lubricated, etc.
Talking of which, we've got a video that you should definitely check out. It's how to get your bike ready for winter, and it is just up there. And if winter in your area consigns you to training indoors, you should check out our indoor training playlist, which is just down there.
Don't forget to subscribe to GCN too. Click on the globe.
Like this video,